There you go. We're there. We're on the internet. Faces and all. Ooh. I think as the night gets darker, this isn't going to look too hot. But hey ho, is what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to put my lights on now.
Fucking loco. It's preparation. Jesus Christ, some guy is straight on Twitter with the like. He's obviously watching right now.
Hello.
He's not.
I've got my,
He's
got
definitely
my light
not.
clicker. So
Oh, yeah. Nice, buddy. I got my phone with my handy Ye-Light app where I can change colours and...
I suppose that's cool.
Yeah. Turn it up, turn it down. I mean, there's a setting for birthday party. I could put that on if you want.
I mean, I could just sort of wail away at the buttons on mine and probably get something similar. But
It's like an orange glow, I'd say. Tinge.
yeah.
Should we go
it's the
for...
SMJ Electricals.
Nice.
Yep.
That's all you need. Shall I go?
is.
I should probably put sunset on because that's what's going to happen later. There we go. No.
Yeah.
Dating night. You want some dating
I
night?
don't really know what that is.
It's the night.
Okay.
It's the night of dating.
It's the night of dating. Yes.
What about romance?
I don't know how that differs.
It's like a purple. But
That's when you've already already dated.
It's
and,
romance is pulsating between purple and red, aka the colours of romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, I'll just put that back to normal, I think.
Okay.
There we go. Bright lights. Oh no, that's gone blue. Anyway, should we do a podcast?
Sure. All right.
Alright.
Hello and welcome to the JfG Podcast. This is episode 221. My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my very good friend Ash. Hey buddy, how's it going?
Hey buddy, as always, feeling good on a Wednesday. Yeah, sparkling thoughts give me the hope to go on. And immediately you'll hear that my voice isn't so echoey today. That's because my room is full of shit.
He's
Not actual shit.
Filled that room with shit.
Yeah. Not on purpose. Mainly because on Saturday, I cleared out the bedroom.
Oh.
Everything. I had to clear it all out. Fucking dissembled the bed. That's a word, I think.
That's the word.
Yeah, is it?
Dissembled.
Is it?
No.
What is the word? Dismantled?
Disassembled.
Disassembled. That's close enough.
Dismantled.
Dismantled. Yeah, dis this, dis that, whatever. Got rid of it.
Fuckamatron.
Yeah, fucked up that bed real good.
Shit waffled.
And obviously I had to find places to put all the shit, so
Trogdord.
I've got a load of clothes behind me on this hanging thing. So that's going to dampen the echoes and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah,
obviously, the reason I took everything out was I just wanted more space, really, so I could lie on the floor. You know, why not?
Just look up at the ceiling and contemplate your existence, as we all do.
I like to do that from time to time.
And as Kirsty Allsop always says, buddy, it's the best way to really gauge the size of a room when it's short of furniture.
Yeah, exactly. So. Well, that happened. It was mainly because it's actually getting replastered this week, or he started today. The dude that's doing it, so replastering of that room is underway, which means I've got another room to paint. So, fucking look forward to that story, buddies.
That's already.
That's going to be a good one. Saturday was a bit of a shit day. Sunday was better. My son, the boy, had a football tournament, and obviously I attended said football tournament, and they won. They won the tournament.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. They lost their first game 1-0, then they drew a game, and then I think they won 2 on the trot to come. I think it was like second in their league or something. And then progressed into like the semis, drew 0-0, and it went to penalties, and they won that, which was nice. I think they won it 3-0 on penalties. Then in the final, they were 2 goals down, and the beautiful thing about kids' football is that there's always one kid that can kick the ball the entire length of the pitch.
Yep.
And he was in goal at that moment. And, hoofed the ball, bounced once, bounced twice, over the keeper in the goal. It was a magical moment. He was so happy with himself. So, obviously brought it back to 2-1. And then, a couple of minutes before the end, they drew 2-2. Down to penalties again. And they won. Obviously, you knew that they would win. Because I already told you that they won the trophy. So, yeah.
It's a fucking Cinderella story, buddy.
It was.
It was.
It was magical. Yep. It was written in the stars and shit and all that. And yeah, so after that we went to the pub and I got pissed. That was ace.
What you got to after those sorts of shenanigans?
Exactly. You got to enjoy life with alcohol because that's the only way.
Life and alcohol.
Apart from that, some bits for my PC's turned up. I got my motherboard, I got my new case already. So all I'm waiting for is the processor, and like I said last week, it should be turning up in the next couple of days. If I trust this seller on Amazon not to fuck me over, which I feel like he's going to totally fuck me over. Should have just paid an extra £10 and got it next day delivery, really. Hindsight.
Well...
But I could have saved myself a tenner. Who knows?
History will tell.
Yeah.
Whether the decision was correct or not. Buddy.
Indeed. At the end of the day, I'll get my money back and then just buy it next day delivery when I get my money back. There you go. Job done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching the Yogscast this week, playing that Diversity 3. I forgot about Minecraft. That's a game.
That's a game we used to play.
Yeah, it's a really good game. I've enjoyed watching them play that. It's funny. Puzzles and shit. I'm like, I want to do that. But
why not?
You can't really play those big old maps and stuff on PS4, which is a shame. Or can you these days? I don't know. My son's always on about...
Who can say what
I
you
don't.
can do?
I mean, you could probably do a lot in Minecraft these days than when we used to play it 5 years ago. I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, I think I've still got that Race for the Wall map saved, buddy.
Oh, shit, yeah. We made that.
I don't know if I made that on Xbox or PS4, though. That's the thing.
Either way, fucking, that was an achievement.
Yeah, that took a long time.
Yeah.
It was fun, though. The one time we played it.
That one time. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all worth it.
Yeah, it was. And finally, buddy, I enjoyed the lightning last night. Did you get any lightning last night?
I slept through the entire storm, despite having
all
of my windows open. It didn't hit us until... Well, I conked out at about 20 past midnight.
Nice.
So
good time.
Apparently, it hit us at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, the same time here. It was about 2. Fucking woke me up. I was like, what the fuck? It was literally right outside the house. The lightning was right there. I was like,
so often the way that storms are just right outside.
I know. Imagine that storm being just right outside your house.
It's just outside. Right outside your door.
It's right there, yeah. We had a funny discussion. There's a bit of a crazy guy at work. We got some new speakers, really shitty Logitech ones at work. And so they're USB ones, we plug them in and we're like, oh yeah, that's great. And then he's a bit of a hoarder, this guy. And for some reason, the boxes that the speakers came in, he was like, I'm going to put them in one in each box because that'll give it extra bass. And then he was like, oh, I wish I had some bigger boxes so then the bass would be louder. And I was like, we're in kind of a big box right now, this room. Does that make the bass better? He's like, oh, yeah, good point, Ash. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that is a good point. Anyway, I digress. That's my week, buddy. I mean, highlights. Not many.
No, well, you won't believe what I have in store for you.
Oh, treat me.
Because I've basically done fuck all as well.
Yes, you have. Well played, buddies.
I think it's fair saying that. The missus has been away, you see, for one of her longest work stints. So she was actually gone for over a week, and I've just been kind of rotting here. Having food every now and again. Yeah, going eating, to and from work.
To from work, coming back to the hole, like it. Yeah.
Yeah, just eating, and then, I don't know. So yeah, she's been away. I've just been playing lots of games. I'm doing quite a lot of racing.
It's been racing.
A lot of football games. I'll get onto that. Yeah. So
the classic stable diet of your gaming. football,
Yeah.
and racing. I love it, buddy.
You know, I'm sure I did something on Thursday. I Did I see The Matrix on Thursday?
Yeah, I think you did. You went to see The
Yeah.
Matrix in
There you
4K or
go.
something at the cinema.
Yeah.
You
That's
left the
fucking
house.
great.
You're crazy.
I left the house. I've been out every day, to be fair to me.
What?
Regularly alone. So,
Yeah.
what can you say?
Do you remember the days when you wouldn't leave the house? When you were just working at home and that was it? You were just at home and that was it?
That was my life then.
That was your life.
I was like, oh shit, have I got to leave the house today? That'd suck. Invariably, the answer was
Do
no.
I have to put on clothes today? Oh, God.
Yeah. So, no, went to see The Matrix with friend of the podcast, Paul, which was fucking awesome. That's a great film. It was a pleasure seeing it in the cinema again, and that was fantastic. So, yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Holds up then, yeah? Holds up.
It's an absolute fucking masterpiece, and it's still special effects, because we were on like the cusp of where they still knew you couldn't really nail it with computers. That in that first Matrix film, they did physical effects like they're
much better than when you've got rubbery Mr. Smith everywhere.
It was so good. It still looks brilliant. I mean, they did the camera. Normally the spin round camera these days, obviously that'd just be CGI, but they put a ring of cameras around.
Cameras,
and then took split-second shots in a circle and then stitched them all together. It was all real effects, and for that reason, it's an absolute classic. I couldn't really resist the temptation to come home and watch Matrix Reloaded, which is a pile of shit, and doesn't really do any of the things the first film did, and also has
that
terrible
first bit where
effects.
Trinity comes in on the old bike and stuff. That was cool.
That's nice.
That was good.
And there's bits like the obviously the freeway chase is pretty impressive, but like in the first film, you're not just talking about the action sequences. You're talking about a coherent, fucking brilliant movie with like a cool story and all sorts. Whereas, Reloaded and Revolutions, it's just inane boredom interspersed with like ridiculous set pieces that they didn't really have the technology to pull off at the time, let alone now.
Gibbons.
So all in all, wonderful time was had, and what an absolute pleasure it was.
There you go.
That was Thursday. Saturday night. Fast forward through Friday and game night, and on to Saturday, where I was hungover from game night, and then Saturday afternoon, I was like, I just tempted the funk out of his little hole. He was
coaxed him out, did you?
hiding in, slightly hungover from game night. I was like, do you want to get a couple of pints, buddy? Just
get some beers in.
Have a couple of beers.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, friend of the podcast, Paul's going to be out about sort of 7ish. You want to meet up about 4? He was like, yeah, I'll meet up about 4, but I'm not going to stay out through like till 7, so maybe we can like tag team it, I'll have a few drinks with you, and then friend of the podcast, Paul, we can
he'll pick up. Yeah.
I was like, sure thing, buddy. And thinking in my head, you're not going home, Funk. There's no way you're going home.
You're not going home.
And of course,
once he gets that syrup in
Paul,
him.
Paul was like, maybe not like a sort of heavy one out and about, but
just a couple of pints.
Might see the funk, and then maybe we head back and play some games. That'd be quite nice, nice relaxing time. Mrs. is away. I was like, yeah, cool. And I was thinking, we're not going to leave the pub, Paul. We're not going to go.
It's crazy talk.
Yeah, and we didn't. So had quite a session. Sort of sauntered home at about midnight, buddy, with a half pounder and chips from the Royal Express.
There you go.
And then Sunday was obviously a living nightmare because because of Saturday.
Nice.
Which that can happen.
Yeah,
I would say. In terms of whether it was worth it or not, the answer was a hard yes.
Yeah, of course it's always worth it, buddy.
Yeah. So the only other thing I've done was last night. I was like, I'm really hot. It's really hot in the flat. We're on the top floor. We haven't got aircon.
No.
I'm gonna go downstairs and go for a little walk, and I did on my own, and then ended up in a pub nearby, and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and drink Peroni because it's cooler than my house here. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did, and that's
I
my
like
week,
it.
buddy.
Okay, that's a solid week of drinking. It sounds like
It's not bad.
he's fucking done well. He has done well, son. Well
Cleaned up,
played.
mate.
Oh yeah. But on that note, I guess I need to ask what you're drinking this evening, because obviously you are.
Let me just. It's getting a bit dark, buddy, but don't worry.
Okay, you're gonna flick them lights on. Yeah.
I've got my clicker, so I'll hold it up here so we can hear it all kicking in. Here comes the lamp behind me. Yep.
Oh wow, magic.
We got the. Oh yeah, that's the fairy lights in the kitchen, and
Nice.
then
Final
number
one.
3,
Christmas
lamp
tree
on the shelf.
Oh, okay. No Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's it's one of those like energy efficient bulbs that takes a while to fire out. That one, which really lets the clicker down. I think. But,
it's a slow starter.
it's a slow start. It gets there. I'm currently drinking
Oh,
a
that's
cheeky 330ml can of Beavertown, buddy.
Can't get enough of that Beavertown.
Yeah,
Everyone's
neck oil,
a fan. There you
session
go.
IPA.
Fucking beautiful, buddy.
I know, right? It's a beautiful thing.
Happy days.
So just having a little supple of that, and then I've got some Whistable Bay on the go as well, buddy, for when that finishes up. So yeah,
That's
there
what you
are.
want.
What about you?
I'm on the Corona this evening. Because that's
Very nice.
that's like a drink to drink when it's hot, I think, isn't it? I haven't had it for like 3 years. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's the perfect drink for hot weather. Certainly beer wise, I would say.
No, I went down to Tesco Express. Was a rookie mistake for getting cheap beer. It was like either three small cans for a fiver, or three like shipyard for £5. I'm like, fucking 3 of these for a fiver. And I was like, no, I could buy 12 Corona for £10. I'm like, that'll do.
There you go.
It made sense in my head because I was getting more.
Have you reached for a lime, buddy? Do you have a lime?
I don't have a lime. I'm without lime.
Sans lime. Oh well, fair enough. What can you do?
No. Well, I'm drinking it out of a pint glass. It'd be a bit weird if I put a bit of lime in there.
Just float
I don't
it in
know.
there. Bit of
Just
ice cream.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
know.
Let's have a float. Why not?
Yeah.
Fuck
Have a
it.
Corona
That's a
float
thing. Yeah.
with a lime. Yeah.
Of course you
Chocolate
do.
sauce.
Yeah. All over them. Yeah. Anyway,
Let's move swiftly away from that fucking shenanigan.
that sounds
We're gonna
absolutely
talk about some video games. I don't
horrible.
know if you're aware, buddy, but the topic for this week's podcast is video games. So
It is.
seems like a good time to go and talk about some. So
I
let's
can
go and
do
talk
that.
about what we've been playing.
Sure.
So Ash, why have you been playing Fortnite?
It says by accident, buddy. So
And I don't
you know,
see how that works. You
Well-
accidentally fell on it.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, my son has seemed to got interested into Fortnite again this past couple of weeks. So, because he did really well at the football. I was really proud of him. I was like, look, mate, you can earn some fucking V-Bucks. There you go, bud. So, I gave him £10 worth, which is in our money actually £20 worth of like PSN credit.
Yeah.
So he bought like this new skin. Obviously, I vetted it. I was like, right, you're getting this one because if you get this one, it's like £9, and you get like 1,000 V-Bucks if you do this. So technically, you can get another season pass and this skin. And when I explained it to him, he was like, "Oh my, that's amazing!" So the fact that you can get more for less, it was great. So obviously, I did my due diligence there on making sure he doesn't just spunk his money up the wall. And at that point, my daughter wanted to play it, so I got both PlayStations downstairs running Fortnite, and they were playing together, and I was like, they look like they're actually having fun. So I went up to my PC upstairs and got it installed, and I played Fortnite with my kids.
That's quite cool, actually.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, it's not like I was like, yeah, I'm going to play Fortnite on my own kind of thing. It was just like, my kids were playing. I was like, you know what? I want to get on some of this fun action. And, like, it was fun. Like, they both had their headsets on. I had mine on upstairs. And we were doing, like, some, I think it's called Beach Assault, which is, storming a beach, like one team on one side, one team on another, and there's a thing in the middle, and you gotta destroy it. First team to destroy it wins, kind of thing. Pardon me again. We played that for quite a while, and I was like, this is really fun. And then loads of my son's friends started joining our party, and I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, it was just me, like 6 9-year-olds and my 5-year-old daughter playing now. I'm like, okay, this is somewhere where I haven't been. And yeah, to be honest, like, I wanted to hear like their smack talk or whatever they do to each other, or I don't know, you know, because obviously like they're gonna like fucking not cuss each other, but you know, put each other down and things like that. Yeah, exactly. I was like, is anyone gonna fucking swear right now? And I was like, I was waiting for it, but you know what? I was quite surprised that well, the kids that I was playing with were actually quite well behaved kids. They're not like the massive shitbags at school. And yeah, the banter was there, but it was all good, and everyone was like egging each other on. There was a lot of ghosting going on, which I wasn't happy about.
That's not how it's done, is it? Let's be honest.
No, I know. So with Fortnite, there's like a whole creative mode that I had no idea about, which is where you can just create anything. This is where this like Battle Assault game mode kind of spawned from. And one of the kids had made his own like deathmatch arena. It was like it was pretty simple. It was just like kind of like an L shape with like loads of buildings and stuff in there, and different terrain. And then obviously the circle gets smaller and smaller to get you all in. And I was quite impressed by that at the first point. And then, oh my god, I cannot play this game. These kids are insane at this game.
Well, is it all they play? Like,
yeah, no, it is. It's all they play. Like, so there was, say, 6 of us all together, and 2 of these kids. Like, okay, let's put it this way: if it was like early doors, like, I'd be all right. I could hold my own. I'd get a few kills. I'd be happy. But then when it started narrowing down, and we have to like start moving into the center, so there's not a lot of cover. These kids would just make these fortresses, and I'm just there behind a rock. And I'm like, I don't know how to build a fortress. That's not fair. So I see it as like, you know, if it was like a Wild Pants style, you know, stealth about a map, pick off your shots, take it nice and easy. Because a lot of these kids are so excited to run around and just shoot things. They just run out in the open. I'm like, sweet, pap. Sweet, pam. But then again, the fucking shooting in Fortnite is fucking terrible. Like, the aim on it and everything, it's so slow and, I don't know, not precise. Let's put it that way.
A Twitch shooter, is it?
No, exactly. So, like, I'm trying to line up, like, fucking headshots or anything, and, like, I shoot them, and literally, if you miss them, within a second, like, while you're reloading, they've built a fort around them. And you can't shoot them. You're like, well, I'm fucked now, and they know where I am. So yeah, long story short, really, I don't know. I don't think, you know, kids are better than me at games, but just Fortnite. It's in a world of its own, that game.
Yeah,
not
I mean,
for good
chuck
reasons.
them on the old steering wheel and see how they do.
I'll fucking school them.
One with the assists.
Yeah, chuck them in Destiny or Call of Duty.
Yeah,
they'll die instantly. But yeah, it's these building mechanic things that they do. It's just ridiculous. I'm watching them and they're like within like 2 seconds they're like 3 stories up and fucking started running over to me. I'm like, what do I do? I don't know. Mainly because I don't play Fortnite though. So yeah, that was my accidental foray into Fortnite, buddy. I don't know if I'll go back. I really enjoyed playing with my kids and stuff. It was cool. It was a nice little family bonding thing, which was good. But I didn't like getting schooled by 9-year-olds.
No, well, I mean, I think that's fantastic that you had the chance to. It's probably like one of the first times you've had the chance to do some proper gaming, not just like a party game or a family game.
Yeah, totally.
Like some actual proper fucking gaming with your kids, and like I think it's the shape of things to come, is it not, man? Like once you know, a little bit older, you know.
Yeah, man. That's my plan. Get them into Destiny, and then I got my rating.
Yeah, before they get to like 15 and hate you.
Like... Yeah, obviously. No, but by that time, hopefully, I've installed in them that I'm really good at playing games, and they'll
Yeah.
want me on their team.
Yeah,
But then by
exactly.
that point, when they get to that point, they can start carrying me. I'll be like, well, I've been putting in the work for the last 10 years, kids. Come on, it's your turn.
Yeah,
Got to step
Givens.
up, help dad out a bit.
Like a veteran. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a fucking
Or one of
escort
the others,
mission.
I think I might have seen this on Reddit like ages and ages ago. Like a dad like used to get his son to like farm shit like in Destiny and paid him like his weekly allowance. Like, yeah, go in Destiny and get me loads of like fucking minerals or whatever,
God,
and that would give you.
that's
I
awful.
could do that. Could I not do that? That'd be ace, wouldn't it? Save me doing it.
Horrifying behaviour.
Yeah, I do, but
Yeah.
it's definitely an option.
It certainly is, yeah, absolutely. There's precedent for it now, so yeah.
Givens, buddy. So yeah, apart from that, F1, buddy. But we'll talk about that. Oh, gas again. This Corona is insanely gassy. But we'll talk about that together, I guess. So you've been playing football games, I believe.
Yeah, well,
How's that?
I've reinstalled PES 2019 because we own it. Also because obviously it's PES or nothing
Yeah.
this year, and so I wanted to kind of go back. That game is a pile of shit, which is a little unfortunate. It does feel like they've balanced things a little bit, and the AI is a little bit better, but still just mainly scoring the same goal, like bombing down the wing and then playing a ground ball into the
and
box.
then bang it in.
Yeah, it's rubbish. It's
Yeah,
just rubbish.
that's not fun.
It's not good. I installed PES 2016.
Yeah, you
Which
did.
I remember PES being super, super fun. I think it's kind of lost that over the last few years.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go back and see if I was right about that or not. So,
And your findings are?
my findings are that it's certainly more fun, but also the improvements that they've made in terms of control of the ball, the way that the players kind of hold possession, and the things that you can do. You can't really go back and get past that at this point. So it's fun. It's fun for a laugh, but it's not. It's just not really good enough anymore, unfortunately. No. What I did want to mention about PES, and this is slightly out of character in this what we've been playing section, but I haven't really been fucking playing very much other than FIFA and F1. So I just wanted to mention a couple of things that I have learned about new PES.
New PES. Esports.
eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer
2020.
Yeah. Much slower than last year's game.
Okay.
Which I think is a good thing. And then the other thing that is a bit of a game changer, genuinely think this is like a massive deal. It won't sound it to people who aren't football gamers, but they have added, I would probably describe it as like a skate mechanic, as in the game franchise Skate.
What, like the flick stick?
Yeah, so they've made it so that the right stick, you can basically control the ball.
What, when you kick it, you can like put curve on it?
No, if you're dribbling, you're just running down the wing. If you're running sort of left to right across the top of the box, you can move the ball in whatever direction you want to with the right stick. So it's literally like moving your foot the way you want the ball to go, and it will push it in that direction. So in previous PES games, you could push it out in front of you to run faster.
I was a massive fan of that.
You certainly were, even though it rarely worked.
It had to be done, though.
Had to be done. So now you're going to be able to, if you're dribbling in a close control, you're literally going to be able to flick the right stick. Say, for example, you come up against a player, you can flick the right stick up or down to move the ball to the side, and then immediately push the left stick forward, and you can literally skin people like that in a sort of 90-degree right angle kind of thing. That coupled with the fact that the game's much slower, along with a whole host of other little improvements they've made, should make it super fun to be dribbling in control of the ball. And that should make things much more fun. Now, obviously, if the AI is still shit, then it doesn't really matter.
No, and if there's only one way to score a goal,
If there's only one way to score a goal, and you can't head the ball in any circumstance,
yeah, no, you
and
can't do
all
that.
volleys hit the post,
Yeah,
then it's not going to matter. I also know for an absolute 100% fact that they've added no new modes
good.
to the game, so you
Don't
can
need
still
them, mate. Football's football at the end of the day.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, there's
yeah.
nothing there. There's still no matchmaking for a team of 5, for
Cool.
example, on
Good
pairs.
news. Yeah, don't need it.
And in terms of the career mode, as far as I can tell, all they've done is finally made it so that the prices of the players are correct.
Well done.
They've been making pairs for about 20 years now, but yeah, apparently the players are going to cost what they cost in real life now. So well done there. And
Nice.
and also they've
And
fully
they've got
fully
Juventus.
rendered the managers now. So you'll be able to see the managers in career mode.
Cool.
So yeah, mixed bag. PES 2016 is old and shit now. It wasn't the nostalgia and the enjoyable nostalgia trip that I hoped.
That's a shame.
PES 2019 is still absolute bollocks, and FIFA is still better than it, unfortunately. But I'm just hoping beyond hope that the new PES demo comes out and it's a joy to play, and we'll see.
Nice.
That was Football Corner there for you, buddy.
Off to Racing Corner now, I guess, then.
Off to Racing, yeah, we can't dwell here too much. Keep rabbiting on about this thing, but we have got to the point now where we're playing it for something or in the region of 7 or 8 hours a week with
which is nice.
Monday night Wheeltown, or as friend of the podcast Paul would like it to be renamed, Drive Club TM.
Yeah, I mean, Drive Club sounds good to me.
That's fine. And then game night, where we fired it up at like 8. We were still playing it at midnight.
Yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day.
It's a fucking masterpiece. Everyone's doing no assists manual gears at this point.
Yeah, I stepped up the pace on Monday. I was like,
how are you finding it?
Yeah, it was good though. Like cause you said, obviously the F2 cards, they're now in online, aren't they? Now you said
yes, they've added it finally. So
which is good news. Yeah. But yeah, I started a career just to see what it was about, and jumped in the F2 cars, and used manual gears. I thought that's probably a nice way to ease into it. You know, they're not going to be as intense or insane as an F1 car, and it was good. I kind of got the grips to changing up and down, in and out of corners. You know, like driving a car, really.
Yeah,
it was kind of natural, but just a lot faster. I definitely found, like, after the evening of what did we do? We did like 4 or 5 25%ers, I think it was that
yes,
night.
we did. It was quite a session, and
it was good.
We all did quite badly, but probably learned a lot, I would say.
Yes, and no, definitely, and that's the big thing. I learned a lot. I learned more about coming out of corners and really getting a hell of a lot more speed out of corners, and also depending on what gear you're in going into the corner, a lot of them you can just feather it around there. Like, you can keep them revs up and then slam it out of the corner, which makes so much more difference. Well, it probably doesn't to my time, but it feels like it does anyway. I feel in more control, and by saying in more control, I barely span out during that session in normal places where I would, let's say, just gunning it out of a corner too much and things like that. Maybe because I was a lot more cautious with the gears, but it just felt hell of a lot more in control.
Absolutely, it's completely analog. You feel like you've got, you're fully responsible for everything that happens, and little things you can do. You know, if you look like you're going wide in a corner, then you can drop a gear and sort of rotate the car around a little bit more. I think certainly you end up, because you've got so much to think about, it makes more sense when you need to slow down when you're doing the manual gears, that you probably end up braking a bit earlier, and I think that's just benefits you completely. Like, that's how it feels to me. I was saying to Funk before, I thought I was much slower, but it was just because I was kind of had more to think about that I thought that. And
Yeah.
actually, when I raced myself, there was nothing in it. Absolutely nothing in it.
I did find myself getting confused when I'm coming out of a corner trying to go up the gears whilst also hitting DRS and going round someone. I would always forget to shift up a gear. I'm like, right, just put your foot down, you can fucking nip out. And then I'm like, oh shit, I haven't changed up again. Come on, fuck. And then totally fucked it for that one and got to go around another lap and then try it again next time kind of thing. Yeah, it's fucking awesome though. It's really good. And I must say, obviously a game night I play it downstairs in front of the big telly, quite a distance away. On a Monday night I play it at my desk where I am right now with a screen right in front of my face. And that's so much better. Having that like 28-inch monitor like glued to your face pretty much with a steering wheel in front of you. It's a hell of a lot more better than sitting back from the TV. And also being really pissed.
The alcohol is night and day on a Monday to a Friday, so it's quite interesting. But yeah, it's just so satisfying, so rewarding, and so Moorish and addictive to fly around. It just doesn't. I don't get tired of it. It just feels like such an accomplishment when you put a good lap in. It's
Gibbons.
It's a wonderful game.
Yeah. Good news though. I signed up to Humble Bundle's monthly thing this week and got Kingdom Come Deliverance and what's that, Surviving Mars or whatever it is. So hopefully next week I'll have something else to talk about.
Nice, yeah. Surviving Mars has been on Game Pass for since I got it. I've just never fired that thing up. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I really wanted to play that for quite some time.
That's the thing. Like, I thought it was like £10 for the month, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll get that. It's for a good cause, charity as well. Well, part of it goes to charity, and then there's some other shitty little games that we can always give out on whatever as what are they called? Giveaways. That's what you do when you give out stuff in a giveaway. So yeah, exactly. So I thought, I might as well.
Good shout.
For the cause, buddy, obviously.
Yeah. Sharon. Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
I can't remember the other ones. Andrea.
I mean, I don't know any of their names, so well done.
I got 3. I think there's 4. Not sure about the other one.
Yeah.
Some Irish name. Anyway.
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Female Jim. They had 2 stabs at it. Cool. Well, let's fuck off to another section, shall we, buddy? Because we clearly didn't play very much. So let's move on.
One of them weeks.
And now it's time for the news.
The news. Fucking news.
Number one. Good news, everyone. Bugbear Games confirms full wheel support for Wreckfest on consoles.
Oh, I was going to say, because in the notes it doesn't say on consoles, but you've just confirmed it on consoles. So that's fantastic news. Do we know what wheels are support? Oh, all major wheels. Is that?
All major console wheels will be supported, and you can guarantee that'll
be ours.
And the G29. So
we'll be
all
fine.
we really cared about. And
happy days, buddy. So that's a day one purchase, I think, for us.
It's a day one, 100%.
£35. That's a steal.
Fucking bargain. I know
Gibbons.
that Funk's really pumped for this now.
Yeah, man. I'm up for it.
It's going to be sweet.
It's going to be shenanigans. I mean, just more Wheeltown is just good. Fact.
I think so.
Yeah, Gibbons.
I don't get sick of it. It will just be hard to switch off F1, but I'm sure we can work it out.
I do get quite sweaty in this weather. Like literally after Monday night, I was like, I'm going for a shower now because I smell bad.
We are in the midst of a heat wave in the UK, especially 36 down here tomorrow.
Enjoy that, buddy. That's going to be sweet.
Hot.
Yeah.
I work in an air-conditioned office. So...
lucky you. I work in a prison where the windows don't open.
Yes, swings and roundabouts in many ways, buddy. So yeah. Anyway, wheel support, brilliant news. We love Wheeltown, and maybe we can have some Monday night rec fests as well.
Yeah, buddy, I'm definitely up for that.
Drive Club TM, so that'd be good. Cool. Number 2, GTA Online Casino thingy is now live. It's live as of the 23rd of July.
Nice.
You can now go online and spend real money with no possibility of a payout of real money.
No actual money. That's a good idea. If you're a Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime subscriber, you can get a free casino penthouse. Right, meow, with Twitch Prime.
Really?
I did that. Yeah, I got that.
Shit.
Yeah, I probably won't use it at all, but it's fucking there, buddy.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know that I reinstalled GTA when I switched to the Mrs.'s console. I'm not sure it's
Probably
even
not.
installed, but
I mean, I don't
that
feel
game-
like we need to play that game ever again, to be honest.
It looks really awful on the PS4. Like,
Yeah, it's not pretty. It stutters a lot.
it stutters.
It's bad.
It struggles to hold 30 frames. And
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it did well to get such a giant game world to run.
It's amazing that game was out on the 360.
Yeah, I don't know how they did that. I really don't. That's crazy. But yeah, anyway, the casino is open, and feel free, buddies. That game's got an 18 certificate, but it's also not classified as gambling. We'll get onto that later on in the show.
Oh, cool! I love gambling.
Yeah. So, the video game publishers. Number 3, buddy, Jalopy is coming to Xbox One. I just popped this in there for me, really. Because
what is jalopy?
Jalopy is a game.
Isn't it a food? Some sort of meat-based.
Something a little sloppy.
Yeah.
No. Jalopy is a game where it's a first-person game. You live in an old house in the middle of nowhere. You've got all of the components to build a car dotted around the house, in your garden and in your garage. And Jalopy allows you to, from scratch, build a car in your garage whilst doing sort of random fucking life shit, like perhaps having a piss or popping the radio on. And then finally, literally connecting it all up. You've got a whole virtual Meccano toolkit, building a car, and then you can drive it down a desolate wastelandish road because it's an indie game and they didn't have much money to spend on it, so the world is essentially unpopulated. And if that sounds like your sort of jam, and it certainly does mine, then yeah, Jalopy's coming to Xbone, buddies.
That does sound quite interesting, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched quite a lot of videos of this thing when it was in early access on PC, so I'm not up to date completely with the feature set it's got at this point. There may be lots of stuff that it does that it didn't before. It was pretty bare bones before, but it was the fact that it's not video gamed in any way, the building of the car. Like, you literally put an old car together from scratch, including like connecting everything up like, in a virtual garage. Except it's like some fucking horrible old larder because it's a jalopy. That's the game. So I'm sure that's going to be right up some people's streets. And yeah,
sounds good to me, buddy.
It's coming to consoles, and that's exciting. And
that's what you want.
One of a couple of different games this week that have been announced for console that I'm excited about. But we'll move on, buddy. Netflix's The Witcher series has its first full trailer. I think it looks awesome, like really cool. Have you seen it yet, buddy?
I haven't, to be honest. I haven't seen it.
Well worth a watch. Yeah, I mean, Henry Cavill, we know he's a big fan of The Witcher, and like books before games as well. I think he really looks the part. He's not trying to do that weird Geralt voice, which is probably the weakest part of the video game.
Yeah.
He's doing a whole different thing, and that's fine. But it looks like they've really spent a bit of dollar on it as well. And all in all, it's shaping up to be pretty exciting. It's out this year, and I'll be watching it, buddy.
I'll definitely be fucking watching it.
It's a hard gibbon. So yeah, there you go. Breezing through me news, buddy. Here's some more coming at you.
Fucking do it, buddy.
This week just gone was the iRacing Spa 24-hour race.
Yeah, it was
for
crazy.
Where all the sim races come out, and teams of, I think it was teams of 4, and do a 24-hour sim racing round Spa on iRacing. The team that won featured current Formula One drivers Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. Which
Yeah, they're on Team iRace or Team whatever it is. I can't remember what team they're on. But yeah, they're on an actual esports team, aren't they?
Lando streams on Twitch quite regularly, has done
Yeah.
since before he was even in the F2 championships, when he was still sort of just simulator racing for McLaren. And but it's just quite funny, you know. We've had stories in the past of sim racers who won trials to test out real cars. We had that with Gran Turismo a few years ago.
Yeah.
With their sort of, I think it's like a Nissan Drivers Club they do. There's a few success stories of sim racers that have made it into real racing at certain levels, but very rarely do we hear about real racers who absolutely spank sim racers. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it, and
Yeah.
obviously Lando Norris is an absolute fucking ledge. Like, we're always rooting for Lando when we're watching the Grand Prix. His YouTube channel is pretty entertaining at the best of times, and wonderful moment at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix where he was driving some super powerful like McLaren P1 about and just binned it into the gravel whilst he was doing like an interview with Johnny Herbert. And yeah,
Best way.
he's a very personable chap. But yeah, so they won. So congratulations to them, and suck it, sim racers.
Yeah. Did you see as well that they had? I think it was Verstappen's brake pedal broke on his.
Yeah, and Lando had to take like his stint along with his own stint. Like,
yeah,
he raced for
exactly.
fucking ages.
Yeah, it's crazy.
These F1 drivers are just mental, though. I was watching
Yeah, they are.
a little piece on Sky F1 a few weeks ago, where Charles Leclerc was taking someone around like Monaco just to like show them like where, because he lives there.
Yeah.
And he was saying that when he was like 9, 10, his older brother and his cousin and a couple of his friends took part in like a 24-hour thing at their local kart track.
Yeah.
They just fucked off at like 3 a.m, told him they'd be back in an hour, and just didn't come back until like 8 a.m. But even at that age, Charles Leclerc was like, no, if I stop, we're going to lose. So he just fucking did it.
Kept going.
Like 5 hours.
Nice. Why not?
Go karting. How fucked are we after like 10 minutes of lakeside karting?
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, there's a certain fucking attitude instilled within these guys at a very young age. And
yes, there is.
Yeah, they really are a different fucking breed. So,
Gibbons.
So there you go. Moving on to this interesting story coming out about Nintendo. It's been kind of running all week, this one. So first report was that a class action lawsuit had been filed in the US against Nintendo because it was believed that the Joy-Cons for the Switch are defective, or on a wide scale level are defective.
Yeah.
Like hundreds of reports of people's Joy-Cons mainly sort of drifting, kind of the tracking not quite right on them, but other issues as well, button stuff as well. So Nintendo didn't directly respond to this, and then sort of released a statement that was supposedly unrelated, sort of saying, at Nintendo, we take great pride in creating quality products, and we are continuously making improvements to them. We are aware of recent reports that some Joy-Con controllers are not responding correctly. We want our customers to have fun with Nintendo Switch. And if anything falls short of this goal, we always encourage them to visit support.nintendo.co.uk so we can help.
Oh, good news.
So that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Shortly afterwards, update to the story, Vice magazine online ran a leaked document from Nintendo to their customer care team, internal memo kind of thing, saying this is addressed to the customer care team. Customers will no longer be requested to provide proof of purchase for Joy-Con repairs. Additionally, it is not necessary to confirm warranty status. If a customer requests a refund for a previously paid Joy-Con repair, confirm the prior repair and then issue a refund. So that's a company-wide memo going out from Nintendo to their customer care teams saying, if anyone brings a faulty Joy-Con back, just fucking repair it.
Just sort it out. Yeah.
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 And that kind of suggests this might be a bit of a fucking issue, buddy, worldwide.
Maybe.
What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
It sounds a bit fucked, and yeah.
Are we getting a bit of red ring syndrome here? Is that kind of how...
I don't know. I'm a bit worried. I mean, hopefully it is just the Joy-Cons and not the actual unit
I was
itself.
going to say, like, have you experienced any issues at all with yours?
It doesn't like. I mean, it doesn't like locking in very much. They seem to want to slide out quite
Right.
easily with a little bump or
That's
whatever.
bad, because you could drop
Yeah.
the whole thing like that, couldn't you?
Yeah, of
if
course
went
it
in
could
or
slip
smash
out or
the
whatever.
screen.
Yeah, well, my screen's already cracked, unfortunately. I do have kids that are retards. But hey ho. But once again, I don't really play mine handheld very much. It's mainly just plugged into the TV anyway. But yeah, obviously, for people that do play this handheld, this is a massive issue. And obviously, they've played it more in handheld than I have. And yeah, they're going to have more severe, or their issues will be worse than mine. Let's say their Joy-Cons could be absolutely totally fucked, to be honest. So I don't know. I might just go for it anyway and get a repair.
It's tempting to strike while the iron's hot. What I will say is this memo was for the US team at the time of podcasting. May well have changed by the time you listen to this, buddies. But at the moment, don't expect to be able to sort of sort your UK Joy-Cons just yet. As is tradition as well, of course, Nintendo still hasn't even technically responded to the initial lawsuit, or
obviously.
even mentioned the issues publicly. Because they do things differently, buddy. I don't know if you're aware.
They're a bit zany, buddy, I'd say.
Even when it involves selling defective equipment. So
true.
It's just a bit different.
Yeah.
So,
and was it their refund policies and stuff like that? You know, they do what they want. They don't.
Yeah,
no
they're
law
zany.
can govern them.
You know, they're a wholesome, zany family video game.
They're out there, and that's why I love them.
Stuff like the law doesn't really apply. I don't know
No.
if you're aware, buddy, but that's kind of
don't need law.
How it works. I'll leave it there. We'll move on. But obviously we'll bring you more on this little cheeky shambles as it gathers traction. Finally, from me, buddy, and I reckon maybe the most exciting, certainly the second behind the Wreckfest wheel. 2 Point Hospital is coming to consoles.
Woo!
And that is fucking cool, because 2 Point Hospital is the spiritual successor to Theme Hospital. It's been out on PC for a few years now, and looks awesome. Like, I really would love to play it, and it's coming to consoles so that I can. And that's going to be cool. I am interested to see if it comes to Xbox One, whether it will support a mouse and keyboard.
That would be cool.
Because that would be great.
Cool. It would.
Got a USB mouse and keyboard, and I could just sit back on the sofa and
fucking play away, buddy.
Yeah.
Do your hospital in. Yeah.
Is that a game that interests you, buddy?
Yeah, definitely. Really does. Like, even when it first came out, I was like, fucking new Theme Hospital. I'll have that. I'll have that.
I know, right? I mean,
one day I will have that.
Some of these PC games, like a Flight Simulator is another one, and I'd quite like Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo when that arrives to come to consoles as well. Some of these are like the absolute quintessential reason to play PC gaming for me.
Yeah,
it's an experience you rarely can get on a games console.
It's few and far between. Let's
absolutely. But here's hoping that changes going forwards, and 2 Point Hospital leads the way. I'm definitely going to be wanting to pick that up when it comes out.
Gibbons, and I'd just like to thank that helicopter for flying by just then as well.
Absolutely. I've got lots of motorbike lists, buddy, outside with their tiny, tiny penises.
Nice.
Scudding up and down.
Happy days. There you go.
Part of being in the centre of a town. So
that will happen.
Gibbons. So that's all my news, buddy. I think it's probably time to hand over to you for my favourite section, and I'm sure the listeners as well. And that, of course, is Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
Well, buddy, I have nothing this week because all my news was in the news, because there was absolutely no news this week. I was quite impressed that you managed to get all that out there, to be honest. It was pretty good going.
I didn't see it coming. Yeah.
No. Well played, sir.
There's fuck all
Oh,
news.
wait.
There's fuck all games.
I think the helicopter's coming back round for another pass. Oh, no, that's a plane this time. It's a plane.
Oh, well. I was going to say, what a treat for all of us that he's doing another round. Obviously wants to be on the pod. He's watching Twitch live streaming.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I can see.
Gibbons. Okay, well, thanks very much for that, buddy. That was your news. And before that was my news. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the news. And now it's time for Out This Week.
And that's out this week.
Yeah.
That's out this week.
3 things are out this week.
That's all you need.
One of them is a AAA game. AAA.
Triple
And that's
A.
Madden. Madden 20 arrives this week on PC and consoles. What do you think of that?
All right.
Yeah,
Good
there you
news
go.
for Madden
It's Madden.
supporters.
Yeah, Madden supporters of Madden.
Is John Madden still alive?
I think so.
Good for him.
He must be getting on.
Yeah. He was. Oh,
John Madden. He is still alive. And he is 83 years old.
He's doing well. Do you reckon he still gets a good payout every year? Or do you reckon he just sold his name like years ago and was like, for a big payout? Not that he needs it, I reckon.
I don't know. I think he probably is getting royalties.
I'd say so. It's his name.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd change it at some point, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they never have.
It's always been Madden.
It has.
Ever.
I mean, Madden's fairly meaningless to the youth of today, surely.
Yeah, like, I mean, do they know John Madden? I don't know.
I think
Probably
he's
not.
commentated for many years.
I don't know.
Sure.
Who cares about the youth anyway? Not me.
Well, EA certainly doesn't.
That's true.
Because they want to rape them for their pocket money. So, whether it was called, it could be called Tom Brady 20, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Tom Brady 20. Nice. That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't.
No.
To be honest, a lot of the...
It sounds like, I don't know, some kind of cult. The Tom Brady 20. Or
It sort of
a
does.
Western gang. I like the Western gang more than a cult, actually. It's the Tom Brady 20. That could work.
I don't
It's
know
like the Crazy
very many
Eights, or whatever it
NFL
is.
players, if I'm honest.
John Madden.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Drew Brees. I know
There you
Drew
go.
Brees.
Who was the Fridge? The Fridge was one back in the day.
Yeah.
Yes, the Fridge.
So yeah, that's Madden. That's out this week if you want to buy it. John Madden made it. Has been for many years. It's kind of what he spent his whole life doing since he retired from actually playing. It's just coding, non-stop coding.
It's coding American football games, yeah.
Quite why John Madden thinks it's okay to rape the pocket money of the children of America each year.
and the world, buddy. It's not
And
just,
the world,
a
lesser degree. Is anyone's guess. You'd have to ask the man himself.
Q&A with John Madden.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah.
You're crazy. Leave me alone.
Now that would be something. If you could have an interview with John Madden where you dropped the bombshell of the fact that there are loot crates in his game and
how
spun
it
in a way
affected. Yeah.
where he was really angry about it.
So he reducted his name or whatever from...
Someone
from
should
it,
do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that'd be
Someone
really
should-
good. Yeah.
someone should
Do
definitely
you
do
know
that.
that you're putting your name towards this?
Yeah.
And then obviously
Exactly.
lay
Like,
it
if you
all out.
span it right, he's a kindly old gent. Like,
Yeah.
I bet he has no idea.
Yeah,
Like-
but then he'd also be like, give a fuck, I'm getting paid shitloads for this, you know.
Well, maybe so. Yeah.
Mate, I'd probably say that. I'd be like, yeah, whatever.
The way the world is. So
That's not my fault.
it's not your fault.
Just blame someone else, innit?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the way the world is. Okay. Well, that's out anyway. Other things
Yeah.
that are out. FIA European Truck Racing Championship arrives on the Switch. can't believe.
How the fuck did they get that game running on a Switch?
The answer is by making it for the Switch and making it so it couldn't run on anything else.
Right, I'll have to try that game out because it sounds good.
Yeah, I mean,
Does your Drive Hub work on the Switch?
I don't know. I mean, presumably not.
I wouldn't have thought so.
I mean, maybe this game is really good. Who can say?
I'd play a truck racing simulator. We played that really shitty one on PlayStation Now. That was awful.
Yeah,
I don't know
mean,
what
this
it was.
game, it's certainly out on PC. I don't know, probably out on everything. This is probably a late release on the Switch.
As is
an example of
everything.
me not doing my research.
Nah, don't worry about it, buddy. No one listens anyway.
No, I'm jumping on I'm just going on the PlayStation Store website, buddy.
What's that?
Here we are.
Store.PlayStation.
It's impossible to say what the link is to that.
It's cryptic every time.
Just search truck. There you go. FIA European Truck Racing Championship Day 1 Edition.
That's what we want. How much? Sell it to me.
I just hit show all and
Nothing.
nothing came up.
Oh, well.
European. Compelling bit of the podcast here. Here it is.
This is gripping. You know, everyone's in suspense right now.
$45.99.
Bargain. Sign me up.
This has come out this week on everything. Okay, awesome. Man, I don't know. Maybe it's really good. Who can say?
Why? Yeah, I'll do truck racing. That sounds good.
Who's made it? Oh, you know who's made this.
Big Ben.
It's Big Ben. It is Big Ben, and that's the last we'll hear about that. Finally, this week, Tempest 4000.
It's like Tempest, but 4000.
4000, yeah. It's got that sort of asteroidsy thing going on. It's a cool kind of retro game. I think it looks quite nice, and it's out on basically everything, platform-wise. So, yeah. There you go. There's some games. That's it.
That's 3 games out this week.
Yeah.
Good news.
Still no sign of anything golden release time wise, sort of heading into that in a couple of months. But Dead Island Syndrome wise, not a lot going on at all. At this point. A bit early, maybe.
Maybe
tends to be August, doesn't it?
August, yeah, end of August. That's where we're looking, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wreckfest.
Maybe it is Wreckfest. Wreckfest, top of the charts. Fucking yeah. Who can say?
I could see it. Cheap price point, you know.
It's got all the ingredients, except it's not. I don't think it's going to be shit. That's the only really thing that it hasn't got going for it. But
true.
Hey, there we are.
That's
how this week.
Woo.
And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We want to know.
You get on the shoe.
And yeah, we got some sort of discussion between the Funk and friend of the podcast, PJ, the Pizzle, the Octo Pizzle. So this is all to do, or mainly to
I was going to say what Paul said on...
Anal Pizzle.
Yeah, Anal Pizzle.
Yeah,
that's
it.
Yeah.
Like a turd Pez dispenser.
Yeah. Anyway,
this is a little chat Funk and the Pizzle had in the pod questions this week regarding gambling in video games. They waded in. So here we go. This is what they were talking about. Funk says, the whole gambling in games thing is getting silly. I read the Gambling Commission said it can't regulate GTA Casino because although you spend real money, you can't pull real money out of it. Red Dead is in the sale for once, but it is £10 more than God of War. Where's the value?
In God of War?
I think he was actually genuinely asking that as a question. Both of those games are fucking brilliant. You'd really enjoy playing either of them. If we had to pick one, then God of War is probably the better game, I would say.
Yes, I would say.
And yeah, despite the fact that God of War is more linear and Red Dead's a bigger world, I still think you get as much play out of God of War as you would Red Dead, frankly.
I think so.
So PJ steps in, piling money into gamble and not having a chance of a return. That's worse, isn't it? And then the Funk says, "Who is regulating it? The Gambling Commission are terrible at protecting problem gamblers, but at least it's in their wheelhouse." PJ says, "Yes, but I think that this should be as well. If it's gambling and takes real money, then they should take a proper look at it, especially as it's accessible to under 18s." And then Funk quite rightly comes back and says, "Kids are meant to be playing GTA Casino, so that's kind of a different issue."
Is a different issue, that.
And then PJ comes in, and a lot of people will probably identify with this, I would say, as parents who listen to the show.
Hello.
You're relying on responsible parenting, which is probably an error.
Definitely.
Proper gambling has robust checks to ensure age. It'd be ridiculous to do the same for games, but also you shouldn't wash your hands of the issue by saying that under 18s shouldn't be playing the game. Yeah, I mean, all in all, going back and forth, they're not very happy with GTA Online's casino thing. I mean, I would say 100%. I would say, because you have to draw the line somewhere. It's an 18 certificated game, and
that's why it can do that.
Kids shouldn't be playing it.
Kids shouldn't be
playing it. It's
the
responsibility of parents to stop that from happening. They don't even have to watch. Well, all of the major consoles have like
age restrictions.
Exactly.
There's fucking loads of them on there, but does anyone really look at them? No, they don't give a shit because they putting their kids on the consoles or letting their kids play the consoles, so they don't have to deal with them. And yeah. I'm not saying I'm not guilty for that. I am. Like, I let my son play Fortnite and my daughter, which is a 12 rated game, and they're like 9 and 6. So, but then again, I regulate it. I'm not like, you go on that and don't let them go on it every day, every minute, you know.
Well, you're informed as well.
Yeah, well, that's another thing. I don't let my kids have access to my credit card details. And
no, or let them play games that you haven't vetted first.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all very well saying that parents don't understand video games. Well, fucking educate yourself then.
True.
Like, learn about it. It's easy.
But they can't be asked, and that's the whole thing. It's lazy parenting. It comes back down to that. They don't want to know about it. Like, it's just getting their kids away from them for however long it is or whatever. It's, and also keeping them happy, which is a big thing.
Yeah, and I think, as I say, you have to draw the line somewhere. You have to draw the line there. If something is meant for 18 and over, then saying that it shouldn't have gambling in it is no different to saying it shouldn't have gore in it. Like, it's no different to saying that this is, sexually graphic or has a lot of blood in it or anything like that.
Maybe not on that.
With old GTA games, before there was any sort of online, you had politicians trying to ban these games. They were 18 certificate games.
Yeah. Like,
they're for adults.
Fuck me, they're for adults. That's what it is. It's got a certificate on it for a reason.
Gambling is also for
days.
adults. So that's why I've no issue with this GTA Casino, even though, by the way, I do think it's utterly fucking stupid, and I don't really understand why you'd want to put real money into a fake casino. I would argue that if you were going to put money into a casino, then
you'd
probably
get
a real one. Probably a real one, if you're going to do that.
If you're going to do it, fucking do it properly.
Yeah. I mean, and PJ said this as well. The question is, who needs a GTA casino which takes real money? The answer is no one. Yeah. Not even Rockstar really needs to milk that game anymore with microtransactions. And Funk was kind of trying to make the point that if people want to do that, then that's fine. The difference, of course, is when children are involved, and a lot of these mobile games are 3+ on the PEGI rating. Same with FIFA.
It's fucking sickening.
The other big piece of news that came out this week is the Gambling Commission in the UK has completed their look at whether FIFA Ultimate Team is gambling, and they have decided that for the very same reason, because you can't
get money out of it.
Yeah, then it's not classed as gambling. They also said that doesn't mean that it's right or okay.
Okay.
But what they did say was they can't regulate it because it isn't classified as gambling, which
maybe write a new rule or law where you can regulate it. I'm sure they could do that.
Yeah, I mean,
just an idea.
I would
just putting it out there.
it is gambling, regardless of what the outcome is.
It's getting that thrill, isn't it? Of what am I gonna get? Ooh, kind of thing. It's a fucking what's they call sticky bandit machine or whatever it is. The slots.
Yeah,
It's that at the end of the day. And they're gambling just because that pays out money instead of in-game items. Like, what's the fucking difference?
yeah. Now, I don't know. I mean, obviously, this is just the Gambling Commission just commenting on FIFA. This is something that they started looking into long before the seminars we've had with the UK government, with, for example, representatives of EA and Epic being sort of hauled in front of a crack panel who have been kind of educating themselves. So it's not to say that things won't change, and it's not to say that things won't be different going forwards. But for the time being, the Gambling Commission has basically gone, we don't know, meh. Which is a shame, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because it's wrong. You shouldn't have microtransactions in games with an age rating of 3 and up on it. Same with mobile games. Same with everything. You shouldn't be able to spend real life money.
If
when
you
you're
don't
5.
earn your own money,
You just shouldn't.
if you're not old enough to have a job,
you can't. Something that you can't regulate with like family sharing. Like something that a 12-year-old can walk into a shop and pick up a game, and then it's just mad. It's absolute madness. The certificate is the key to all of this. The absolute perfect outcome, and I've said it before, would be for the government to come out and say, you've got transactions in this game that's not for children. So if you want to keep all of this in there, then FIFA has to be an 18, and that would be the end of it. They'd remove them all because they'd lose so much in sales from kids. It's the most popular piece of entertainment media every year and has been for the last 3 years. It would take like a 75% hit in sales if kids were no longer allowed to have it. So that's all that needs to happen, but it's not. I don't know if it will. Who can say?
No, probably not. And also the government would be hated for doing that.
Yeah.
By the majority of people. By that 75% that can't buy it.
Yeah.
Because EA would spin it and say, well, we'd want to. Like we've seen already from, was it 2K games or whatever? Yeah, exactly. Oh, we'd like
with
to
NBA
be able to...
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We'd like to be able to offer you these, but because of your government, you can't have them. It's fucking absolute bollocks.
Yeah.
Hey ho.
In the grand scheme of things, when it comes to microtransactions and when it comes to loot crates and all of that fucking bullshit, like Funk said this week in the chat, if someone wants to play it, then fair enough. Like, people read The Sun, watch reality TV, and buy French cars. But it's not for us to tell them what to waste their money on.
True.
And I would 100% agree with that, except when it's for children, and then that doesn't apply. So.
Yeah, true.
On a different note from Funk, he said, everybody's golf VR, talk to me. He wants to know if that's something worth picking up.
We played the demo of that, didn't we?
We did.
For 5 seconds.
I thought it was okay.
It was fine. I was in a golfing range and I was just smacking the ball as hard as I could. I think that was all the demo was, really. Yeah, it was cool. It seemed quite interesting. I don't know. It didn't have multiplayer though, did it? I think that was the problem.
I think you might be right about that. The VR version is single player only.
Yeah, it's single player only. I'm pretty sure that's why we were like, oh, fuck this game.
Yeah, we just lost interest at that point.
Yeah,
and that
immediately. If there was a fucking VR multiplayer golf game where I can like straddle my club and ride it round in front of you, then yeah, I will play that game.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you can play frisbee golf in Rec Room, but it doesn't work brilliantly. I'll be honest.
No.
But
and there's annoying kids in there that shout.
Certainly are. Just screaming all the time.
Fuck me. God, they're
That's where they should be. you could buy some pink glasses for 39 cents. But yeah, that's why we
totally
stopped.
worth it.
We didn't really take any more interest in that. Funk also says we need to find some cheap VR gun things too.
Okay.
We do want to get Firewall 0 Hour, and we also want that aim controller as well.
Yes, they're like 45 quid though, that fucking gun attachment thing.
Yeah, you can. Well, I think last time I saw it at a reasonable price, it was 60 with Firewall 0 Hour and that other game, the sci-fi one, which I can't remember the name of right now.
Farpoint.
Farpoint, yeah, and that's got
a
full co-op campaign as well.
That sounds cool. That'd be good.
So yeah, do need more VR peripherals. Although I have to confess, nothing could be further from my interests in this heat than VR.
Good news: Star Trek Bridge Crew's on sale for £15.
Oh,
so
beautiful!
We'll be picking that up, buddy. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Oh, we need to pick that old BJ Blazkowicz's daughter's fucking.
Yeah, we need to get that as well. I have got some stuff for topping up, so we'll have to get on that this week, I think.
Yeah, fucking right. And
Gibbons,
there's a little sale on to have a little goosey at now as well.
Oh yeah,
so.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very nice too. Oh well, thanks very much to Funk and PJ for their little gambling chat this week. That was quite nice to hear, and always interesting to see what people think. And if you've got opinions on that, buddies, then get stuck in. You can come join us in the Discord. That's kind of the go-to place at the moment. So yeah, just head to www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk and you'll find the Discord link on there. Just come and join the discussion, and or go head to Street Beat on the website as another option. Pop us a message on Facebook or send us an email, whatever you like. And the ways to do that are all coming up after we finish speaking. So there you go.
Gibbons.
So I think that'll about to us, buddy, for episode 221. And what a time we've had. It's not been a lot of games. It's been a lot of good weather. It's been a few too many drinks. And yeah. What are we going to do now?
I'm just going to wait for this thunderstorm to kick in again because I'm a bit sweaty. I need some cold rain right now.
I might have to get the old living room paddling pool out again, buddy, to be honest.
Sounds like a plan, buddy. If anything, now is the time.
It certainly is, yeah.
Yeah, Gibbons. As for Right Meow, I guess we go in the store and have a look what's in this fucking sale.
Yeah, or maybe we'll play
tradition.
Bit of Crash Team Racing, buddy. We did give that a little go.
Yeah, fuck, we played that last week. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, that's that game.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, maybe if we remember.
How impressed we were with the various game modes there.
Yeah.
Although, from what we could tell, just an FYI, the online seems to be working okay, at least in the race mode.
Race mode, yeah, not in other modes.
Capture the flag and shit. But...
No, that was really bad, actually, wasn't it?
We will report back. But hey, we're going to fuck off for now. I'm very hot.
Gibbons.
It's time to stop doing this. So, yeah, thanks very much for listening, buddies. We'll catch you next time. Until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Farewell.